So today it marks the second year after my awakening. If I have to tell you what that is, maybe this video is just not for you. But if I don't have to tell you what that is, and you're familiar with it somehow, or you're interested to know what it is, maybe this video is for you. Awakening is a true understanding of what's inside of you that leads you to understand everything else, what happens outside. And it's a very complicated exercise because to go that deep in, you really have to untangle a whole bunch of things that you've been taught, that you've been told, and that you've been looking at since you were born. For me, particularly these last 2 years have been instrumental to realize whom I always was, who I always wanted to be. And it has really revealed so much about myself and about the world. And I think that after your big awakening, you keep having more and more awakenings because you just keep opening your eyes to things that were maybe clear before, but you were just too distracted to look at and to understand. And the awakening, it's a different process for everyone. Um, I'm no expert in this topic. I'm just going to tell you what has it been to me through a series of videos and information in the hopes that somehow it could guide you to get there. And to me in particular, it was triggered by an episode quite significant I had 3 years ago. Um, and I'll talk about that one later. Astrology calls it the Saturn cycle. And in that Saturn cycle, I came to find myself in a place where I just wasn't happy. And I had everything I was supposed to be happy with, but I just wasn't happy. And I started questioning everything and deciding I needed change. And for that change to happen, I started to look inside what was wrong, what led me to that breaking point. And yeah, that was the first year. And that first year took so many hours of meditation, of introspection, of analyzing, of looking back at what I've done, to really see myself through and understand what I really wanted in life. And one night, 9th of July, 2023, it just, everything became clear. Absolutely everything became clear. What I had, what I was doing, what I always wanted to do, what I wanted to do as a child. I was just by myself. Um, and on that night, where everything became so clear and so abundantly infinite, I I wrote a letter to myself to tell me what was it that I came to do, and what was it that I really wanted to do, and what was it that I had not been doing and that I needed to get back to. And the day right after that, I went straight to my tattoo artist and I got two tattoos done. This is one, says we are ephemeris, talks about the flashing of a moment that life really is, and how it, just as a shooting star, happens and goes away, and it is bright and it's powerful and it's noticeable to the right eye, to whomever has to see it, because there's millions of shooting stars out there, but if you have to see it, you'll see it. And that shooting star moment, that ephemeris magical moment, was meant for you. And that's just exactly how our life and existence is. The other tattoo I got done is this one. Jesus, not wrong leg. This one is the infinite. And what it means is how different lives are connected on an infinite cycle of understanding, of learning, and how that path that we have to cross in this lifetime really adds value to what we as a soul have to do. Those two reminders I decided to put on my body, so um, they will get me through what I had to do. And since that date, 2 years ago, I've been studying and working on, and I don't think I'm done yet. I think there is a lot that I have to still uncover and realize, but I think I've reached a good point of maturity in my own understanding, and that's what I want to share now. That's what I want to start putting out, because I think this is a process we all should go through. I mean, if we're willing and if we are accepting of what we really came to do, and it's far more than just routines and making money. Um, but yeah, my life changed substantially from that point on. Um, it actually announced itself, changed and announced itself, and I will tell you a little about that story later. But change announced itself, and um, it started to happen. It twisted and changed and brought down absolutely everything that I thought was safety and that I thought was right and that I thought I needed. And it uncovered everything from the people around me to the things I had, the world I was living, the life I was living, and what I wanted for myself. It changed absolutely everything and got me. It just teared apart my world, because it needed to teach me in a very small period of time what I needed to learn to become this version of myself. And it has been a very nurturing and powerful exercise that I've been through this last 2 years. And like I said, I don't think I'm done yet, but I've reached a certain level of understanding of what I'm going through. And I think that it can support others and bring them to the questioning and the understanding of what this process really means. Like I said before, the awakening is the understanding of what's inside of you, so that you can start to perceive what's outside of you differently. The world, your relationships, um, the entire ecosystem of which we are part of, not only on Earth, but the universe on itself, um, galaxies, stardust, and everything else. Um, and I've been studying, I'm a huge fan of the Feng Shui in the Chinese culture. I've also been studying astrology, which I never had before, and has been quite significant and interesting to read from it. I've also been reading and studying the Bible as I never had before with a different understanding. And also, I've been studying philosophy, um, starting from Plato and his questioning about love and the symposium. My findings of what life is truly about have been, yeah, amazing to an understanding that I didn't have before, and that I think we can all nurture from if you care to join the conversation and what I have to share. This first video, really, I would just like to share what happened to me so that you understand that this is a process I'm still going through and I'm still understanding from. But I think that what happened to me is not different from what other people it's going through, and that it will help. It will help those who really want to hear.